Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois Season 4. Now the first thing, sorry for no videos for like a week, maybe just over a week, can't remember how long it's been, but I've had like a really bad cold with like an awful cough. I've either sounded like that penguin from Toy Story, or as if I smoked 40 packs a day of cigarettes or something. It's been awful and I just couldn't talk at all, but yeah, so no talking, no videos. But anyway, we're back. You might be able to still hear that I'm still a bit sick, but I can at least talk and it doesn't hurt as if I'm swallowing razor blades. But anyway, we are around a month away, roughly, from the start of filming for Superman and Lois Season 4. You know, if things go to plan, of course. Things can always change, but those are the plans for now at the moment, at the very least. But then the lead up to the start of filming, there has been questions about, you know, like who's returning for the fourth and final season of Superman and Lois after the announcement that only the Kent family and also Lex Luthor would be series regulars in Season 4, with everyone else in previous seasons that were there in that position demoted to recurring guests or maybe not even returning at all, but we weren't exactly sure. But over the past, it's about the past week or so, maybe just over a week or so, we actually got confirmation on a couple of returning characters, and they are arguably the two we thought would not be coming back. That a lot of people are like, yeah, they're not going to come back for, you know, various reasons or whatever it is, which does suggest that everyone that was a, you know, previous season regular will be coming back, but that will be discussed throughout this video as well. But before that, Superman and Lois is actually honoured with an award and actually some nominations for other awards over the past week or so. Now, the award in which they won was a writing award at the Sentinel Awards, where they were actually recognised as being among the shows with the best and brightest writing for a powerful storyline from Season 3 that we just had. So the two Superman and Lois showrunners of Todd Helbing and Brent Fletcher were there to collect the award for recognition for depiction of breast cancer in the show's strong arc of Lois Lane's breast cancer fight. Lois Lane herself, Bitsy Tulloch, was also there when collecting the award, which is fitting. Obviously, this was a storyline which I don't want to say it was controversial, but some people just found it hard to watch because of whether it was personal experience and stuff like that. You know, me not really having any sort of personal connection on that side, I just found a really well-written storyline, and I didn't think there were any errors with it, so I think they deserve the award for it. I think Arrow might have won an award like this in Season 2 with Laurel Lance and the alcohol thing, like the addiction thing. I think this might have been... They won an award for it. I'm not too sure if it was the same like award ceremony, though, but... maybe it was, I'm not too sure. But in regards to the nomination side of things, Superman and Lois was actually nominated for 3 awards, these being at the Saturn Awards. Now, these 3 awards are Best Superhero Television Series, Best Actor in a Television Series, that obviously being Tyler Hoechlin, and then Best Actress in a Television Series, obviously that being Bitsy Tulloch. So, you know, congratulations and good luck. I hope the winners will be announced, I think it's on February 4th. That's the date I wrote down. That's the date I could get of next year, obviously. So, yeah. We'll see what happens there. The Flash, Stargirl, and some other shows in the DC TV realm were also nominated for other awards or even some of these same categories as well. So we'll see who wins early next year. But moving on to the returning cast side of this video for Superman and Lois Season 4, we did get word from the account Be More Super, which is like a podcast, I think, as well as being backed up by some other sources as well, that 2 characters that were previously rumoured to not be coming back for the 4th and final season of the show will actually, you know, by the end of it, be returning, with one of them actually having a confirmed amount of episodes apparently as well. So the first of these 2 is that of Dylan Walsh, and he'll be returning as General Sam Lane for 2 episodes. He is the actor or the character that has a confirmed episode amount in regards to how much he'll be back. Now, whether it's the first 2 episodes of the season or it's like episode 1 and then, I don't know, episode 3 or episode 4, episode 5, you know, we don't know. Now, of course, we had Sam get knocked out by Lex Luthor's crew in the finale for last season and then just not appear again at all in that finale of Season 3. So if they wanted to just kill him off, and that would explain why he's not there in Season 4, they could easily just say that Lex or his crew took him out. And I guess we would easily believe it as well because they had him and all they really needed him for was the Superman pager thing. So once they had him, they just could have killed him. I'm sure they easily would have. So why not? Also, Dylan Walsh's, I think it was wife or partner, wrote like not an overly negative message, but a somewhat negative message about all the series regulars being dropped, and it was alluded that he wouldn't be coming back even if he was offered, you know, a couple of episodes or something like that. But that was ages ago, before the season even finished airing. But yeah, with like only 2 episodes, it will be interesting to see what they do with his character. I'm not really sure what they will do, and I don't really have many guesses. I don't think it's going to be that much of a major thing. But if you have any ideas, let me know. You might have an interesting theory or two. And the second of these two returning characters is that of Lana Lang, played by Emmanuelle Chriqui. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I've forgotten how to pronounce it. With her, there isn't a set amount of episodes like there was with Dylan Walsh of 2. But after the news came out, that, all the series regulars, outside of the Ken family and Lex Luthor were dropped, Emmanuelle didn't post anything about the show really from that point forward. I'm not too sure if she still has. Maybe she has recently. I'm not too sure. Maybe when she's got a bit more, happy to go back and do a minimal role. So like when the finale was airing and all that, she didn't partake in posting any photos on, but some of the other cast and stuff did. Obviously this was just before the actors thing, so they could still talk about it. So, and she was always normally like one of the more prominent cast in regards to posting stuff. So it was weird when she wasn't. And it was reported earlier in the year that when the when the announcements were made about people not coming back as regulars, that the CW sort of like held out on people for so long, and like a lot of the cast just didn't know what was happening, and it was really like almost like silent until the news came out, which would have been frustrating, as you can imagine. So that probably played into as to why she wasn't really posting anything, especially after the news came out. Now, in regards to what they do with the Lana character, they did set up that she would be looking, possibly into climbing the political ladder and wanting to try a position in politics outside of Smallville. So that just seems like a logical route to go with the character, especially if there's only like 3 episodes and they want to sort of, wrap up the character or explain where she goes from that point forward. But also it's important to remember, and this goes for Sam Lane as well and any other character really as well, there could be a time jump, which would accelerate some story and character progression off screen. So with Lana, they could make it that it's been like a certain amount of time and maybe she is in another position elsewhere and has left Smallville by this point or is in the process of leaving. So that is something to keep in mind. It wouldn't surprise me if she's in maybe 1 more episode than Sam Lane. So maybe she's in like 3 episodes rather than the 2 that Sam's in. But that's just some weird intuition I have, I guess, in regards to, she's a bit more of a, I want to say she's a bit more of a prominent character on the show, not by a ridiculous amount. She's not like on the level of the Ken family, but I would say she usually got more screen time than Sam. So it would make sense, I guess, if you look at the history of the show, that maybe she gets another episode to maybe explain what happens with her character going forward. Now, in regards to the other cast, we're under the assumption that they're just all going to come back. Like the 2, as I've mentioned before in this video, that we just assumed maybe weren't coming back were the characters of Sam and Lana, just because of maybe just some stuff that the actors had posted or not posted online and stuff. So every other member of the cast just seems like they were going to come back. The only other issue is if that there's a job there. Like if one of them got a job on like, let's say a streaming show as maybe a regular or just a more prominent thing, or a movie as a more prominent thing, they'd be like, oh, I can't do Superman and Lois now. And if they're only going to be there for 2 episodes, they're going to take that other project. Like the only ones that wouldn't take another project would be, the actors in the Ken family and then Lex Luthor. They're the only ones that probably wouldn't. Unless maybe they lived in Vancouver and it was just easier to do Superman and Lois. So we can just assume, I guess, most of the cast are coming back at this point because nothing else has come up ruling them out. And they are only like a month away from filming. So you'd have to assume that most of them are coming back. And really with most of them, I would say that I think a lot of them will be in like 3 episodes. I don't know if any will really extend above 4, except for maybe someone, I don't know, maybe they could do John Henry for 4, or maybe they could do Sarah for 4, just because they're a bit more prominent than some of the other, former series regulars there in regards to the importance to the overall story and the other characters that are series regulars. So I think like Sam will be the only one that has 2, or maybe everyone else has 3, or maybe 4, depending on what they are. But that's just, guessing. Like there's no real confirmation of all. I'd assume that we're going to get more and more confirmation. You might be waiting until the new year, and it's probably going to be like when they actually start going up. But once again, we don't know if these, former regulars are in episode 1. Their 2 or 3 or 4 episodes might not be till episode 5, 6, 7 or something like that. They might be in the middle to the back half. We don't know. Nothing's been confirmed in regards to when exactly characters are showing up. So we might be just making assumptions that they're just going to, they're just there from the beginning, which might not be the case. And the final thing for this video is just a minor thing because it's really nothing. But Tyler Hoechlin, who of course plays Clark Kent, aka Superman, he was at CCXP, 2 weekends ago in Brazil. But I don't think he said anything about this upcoming season of Superman and Lois. At least I didn't see anyone post anything that he said about anything in particular. But as I said, like with filming commencing like not too long from now, there will be a bit more to talk about Superman Lois wise very soon, which is obviously a very good way to start 2024. But from what I can see, he didn't really talk anything, at least in regards to what's coming up. I guess it was all about what's happened previously. But then again, at that point, maybe he'd only read like the first episode script, because we know that some of the actors had. So maybe that's all he's read, and he's like, hey, like, I can't reveal anything from it. I don't really, can't really hint at anything beyond that. So maybe that's why he didn't say anything, or at least that's why nothing was posted about anything that he said. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Hopefully my voice wasn't too annoying to listen to. If you have any opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.